Is he received? And then comes to it, is the name.
What's your name? Yeah, what's yours? Addy, are you hungry? Starving. Here, have some of my milk and bread and jam. But absolutely loads. Thanks. So whereabouts do you live then? Down in the Docks. My house is full of beds. My dad works in the shipyard. Where do you live? On the farm, up the hill. Friends. Friends. Ding, 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 ding.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mr. McGee.
Class, sit. Class, no laughing. Malcolm Murphy,
Yes, sir.
can you tell the class what is a preposition?
A preposition is where a boy asks a girl to marry them.
Stupid boy! That is a proposition, not a preposition. Miss Watson,
Yes, sir.
can you tell the class?
A preposition is a word used before a noun or verb to show its relationship with other words.
Excellent, well done, good girl. Class, stand. On the count of 3, I want you to recount the common prepositions. 1, 2, 3.
About, above, according to, around, after, against. Betwixt, between, beneath, below, before, behind, within. By, despite, and on, turn, except for me. In, like, near, outside, and off, over the sea. Past, since, throughout, until, upon that very day. With, within, and without the prepositions we can say.
The session house became a school in 1832. It sat beside the church main gates and it didn't have a loo.
They didn't have a loo. What on earth did they do? Yeah!
Disgusting boy!
It was replaced in 1839 by Tullycarnet National School.
Down beside the jet garage, the sight was pretty cool.
Kids play upon the road, health and safety not a care.
Traffic lights were needed as motor cars were rare. Motor! Someday I'll have you in a car. No way! 1939, school moved across the way, and that is where it stays up to this present day. The public elementary, a school of great acclaim. Gilnahirk Primary School now carries on its name.
My class, on Saturday, we will be at Stewart's Farm for the annual church races. But tomorrow, we're going to be outside in the school vegetable garden to support the war effort. Class, dig for victory.
Dig for victory!
Was the sort of thing. You were beaten for not knowing the answer. You weren't beaten for anything wrong. You were beaten for not knowing the answer.
In those days, Addy, they hammered it into them.
I know, but that's why we were all afraid. At least I was
You
afraid.
shouldn't have been afraid.
Oh, Joe, I was afraid, all right.
See, she got a wee bit taller and bigger and heavier.
No,
You just
I
spoke
never.
back to him.
No, I did not. Never spoke back to McGee in my life. I'm afraid of my life and soul of him.
I was caught talking one day to Celie McDowell, Celie Wilson, she was then, Jim McDowell's wife. And McGee caught me talking, of course, you weren't allowed to. They asked me what I was talking about. So I had to come up to the front and tell that I was asking Celie, was she going to the Beetle driving Friday? And give her a red face.
My memory of the war really was the headmaster of the school, Mr. McGee, had been in the First World War, and he was very interested in what was going on. And there was a big map on the wall, and we learnt a lot of geography because of the war. Because every day the news was of where the forces were fighting. And he would have pointed out all the bits on the map where they were. I was afraid of Mr. McGee, but he was a tremendous teacher of that sort of thing. He made geography live for me in a very big way. Because I knew where the rivers and the towns of France and Germany all were, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. While I was afraid of the man, I certainly learnt a lot from him. I learnt far more from him than in the next 4 years at Campbell College. Well, all the playing was done on the road.
And the old school that was.
That's the school we're talking about.
Oh, we're not the one. I'm over in the new school.
No, we played on the road because there was no other place to play. And there was no cars hardly at all. If somebody heard a car, they shouted motor. And everybody stood to the side. But the playground was on the Lower Braniel Road. That's where we played.
But going across from the old school to the new school was a great day for us. We all lined up with polished faces and all, and marched across to the new school and lined up on the playground outside, and it was great. That was 1939, and we all got presented with a bank book with a 1 shilling in it. There was an elderly lady, I can't remember her name now, Miss Stewart or somebody, and she presented the school with a shilling in a bank book to start them off in a bank account. It was not lovely. It was great. We were very proud.